At this time, I'd like to invite Pam Hostetler, the president of our Ladies Auxiliary, to give us a report.
Francis A. Walker said, "We come not to mourn our dead soldiers, but to praise them." Do you think about the very right to walk down the street as free Americans has cost the lives of brave military men and women, our casualties of war? We need to think about it. This is a day to be with family and friends and to remember. We owe them at least this much and more. We've buried great men. Some didn't stand out in history, but their efforts did. Joe Louis was a sharecropper's son who knew how to fight. After Pearl Harbor, he put on the uniform and said, "I know we'll win because we're on God's side." He rallied Americans to fight. Then there was Audie Murphy, the man who jumps on a disabled tank, stops the enemy, and when he radioed for artillery support, he was asked how close the enemy was. He responded, "Wait a minute, I'll let you speak to him." Although they were all different, they shared a common love for America, just like our veterans who are buried here in Apple Creek. Have you been to Washington, D.C. yet? The memorials are just awesome. Some leave you speechless. A lot are just history we learned about in school, and some are part of our lives. The wall is amazing, and the statue of the 3 Vietnam soldiers walking together, looking ahead, wounded, tough. I have another trip planned to D.C. I want to see the Women's War Memorial, and I haven't seen the World War II monument, the one my dad served in, as did many of your fathers, as did many of you, and I'll cry when I go. You'd think our enemies would have second thoughts before attacking us. We're disciplined and courageous. We become warriors. We define victory as absolute annihilation of our adversaries. Yes, we become dangerous people. And we're a good people. The American Legion, the Sons of the American Legion Auxiliary. We give a lot to our community. Help for veterans, donations to our schools and various organizations. We take part in community activities like Johnny Appleseed Festival. We have Christmas parties for the children, dinners for our veterans, the veterans at Hilltop Villa, spring and fall still shoots. There are a lot of you who are eligible to join our groups. Please look into it. We also sponsor delegates to Buckeye Girls State, along with the delegates to Buckeye Boys State, sponsored by the American Legion. Abby Rossiter and Michaela Mast are the auxiliary representatives from Waynedale. Our Legion is sending Roy Chabak from Waynedale, John Kelvey from Smithville, John Syback from Tuslaw, and Robert Hawk from Triway. We have our poppies to help us remember. Each year, our auxiliary sponsors a poppy poster contest. Winners this year are 8th grade Joshua Moore and 7th grade Lindsay Baldridge. These posters will go on to state competition. Runners-up were Brooke Wiss and Megan Hostetler. All 4 received prize money for their efforts, and the rest of the posters are displayed downtown. Poppies are distributed downtown each year. We have Moyna Michaels to thank for our poppies, and Colonel John McCrae for his poem In Flanders Field, where poppies grew in the war-ravaged fields of battle. They brought poppies to us, and we have continued the tradition for the past 98 years. Today's the day. Do you have your poppies? This is a day for memories, for the ones who made the supreme sacrifice, and good memories for the veterans we are fortunate to still have with us. My dad never told us about the war. Then my son needed to interview him for school, and we never thought to tape him. We should have. Veterans, please share your stories with others. They need to know. Thank you all. God bless you, and have a day full of memories.